this phrase in the West, here and now, has been so misinterpreted by people who do not understand. There was a Greek philosopher who said, I forgot his name, that you cannot step into the same waters twice. The water is running. The water is running. The water is flowing. You cannot stop the water, the river, the stream. You put your feet there and it's not the same water that you put your feet into. It's a different water. So there is no such thing as defined in the New Age books as present moment. Now I'm talking to you. Is this present? No. By the time you hear me, there is a lapse of, 1/1,000,000th time of a second perhaps. But there is a lapse. So what I'm talking and what you're hearing, there is already a lapse of time. It's not a present moment anymore. It's not a present moment anymore. And as I'm talking, I'm stepping into future. As you're listening to me, you're already stepping into future. How can we live in the present moment? Nobody can do so. It's just a phrase without proper understanding of what is present moment, what is here and now. What is here and now is your life now. That's here and now. And that is not a present moment, not a present moment. It is made of, I don't know how many trillion moments if you live up to 126 years, which is your rightful age, by the way. If you keep on a good diet, not extreme, not only raw food, not only meat, but you keep a moderate diet, you can live up to 126 years. Why? All of us are given a certain amount of breath. It's a system, it's a science. You know, when you go to a factory, last time I was mentioning also, you have those toys which can work on the key, you have to wind up. The old type of toys, And you have to wind up so many times, it's counted. You cannot wind up beyond that. You can only wind so many times. And then there's a sound, click, and you cannot wind up more than that. And then after you have the toy is wound up, then the toy begins to walk or the monkey begins to beat on the drum. That also is counted. How many times the monkey is going to beat on the drum is counted. So also, all of us are given the same counts of breath. It depends upon you how you use your breath. You want to breathe 15 times a day, a minute, which we all do normally, or you want to bring it down. You want to learn some pranayama. You want to start breathing 12 times, 12 cycles in a minute, or less than that, 9 cycles, which is possible, depending on your profession. If you want to become a lawyer, then you cannot breathe 9 times. You'll be too damn cool. You'll be damn cold. You cannot fight in the court. If you want to become a soldier, you have to have good breath. But if you want to just do a job that I'm doing now, writing and all that, I cannot afford to have more than 9 breaths in a minute. I should try to maintain 9 breaths in a minute so that I can think clearly, so that I can write what I want to write, so my mind is clear. When you want to become a soldier, you don't need your mind to be clear. You have to fight. You have to fight. If your mind is clear, you won't fight. Who will become the soldier? So you have to find what type of breathing you need for which profession. So we are all given, based on 9 to 12 breaths a minute, you can live up to 126 years, 125 years, 1 year up and down. But we don't do that, so we live up to, in the West, maybe 90, here is about 60, 70. We are using up too much of our breath. So everything is present, here and now is not about this present moment per se, but it is about this life, this episode that you are going through. And you have to defocus yourself. Don't focus on just this moment, but focus on your life as one complete whole package that you have to take care of. Of course, you can divide this life into several phases, and you start dealing with one phase after another. But you cannot really live in the present moment per se and then forget about everything else, because everything is continued. There's a continuity. Can you really divide, this was my childhood and this is my youth and this is my old age? You cannot. Even an old man like me, sometimes I find a child within me. And once I see my child is going to be to die, I go to the toy shop. I buy some toys. And you do that when you grow old, if you want to live long. Buy some toys. Do something weird. Keep the child alive. And those of you who are still young, when you look at me, you remember also that there is an old man, old woman waiting there inside you. The wise man is there. The wise woman is there. Don't give away to your nasty feelings. Think wisely. Young have to understand that there's an old person within them. The old have to understand there's a youth within them. Everything is continuity. There is no such thing as division. This is from so and so age, you're a child. You know the latest finding in neuroscience? That the wiring of your brain is never complete until you are 32 years old. So until 32 years old, whatever decisions you make, 40% chances are you will be failing. That's called the law of opportunity, the law of chances. That's where the quantum mechanics come into play. If everything is consistent, then you cannot change. You are born as such, you will die as such. The fact that we are changing every moment thanks to quantum mechanics, and that means that there is no consistency in life. There'll be ups, there'll be downs, there'll be roses, there'll be thorns. Consider the whole episode, not just today. Today may not be satisfactory, but you can ensure that what you're doing today is for your well-being, for your total well-being. So even though you're not satisfied today, you're already sowing good seeds, and it will at one time you'll have a good harvest.